Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game, Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing his shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one. Well, lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but...
Crispy barbecue chicken?
Coming at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Charlotte Hornets. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really free runs to the hoop they got.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Ward in at shooting guard. Noah is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Smart in at the one. Here's Roten following the basket by Freak. Great defense that time from Noah. Here's Ward.
That athleticism.
Yeah.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Now here's Roten. Defense right on him. Porzingis rejected by Ward. Smart kicks to Butler. Pass to Ward. Elbow shot is on the way. And he gets the bucket. Champ's got 6.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Roten, the pass to Porzingis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Here, for New York, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. They set the screen. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And here's Henderson following the three-pointer by Freak. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Butler. Lets it go from 11, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Pass to Porzingis, the 10-footer. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Bulls leading by 5. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, the shot's good from Ward.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Up top, Roten. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento.
And he also made an impact on defense, guys. 3 blocked shots over the course of the game.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Here's Champ. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now here's Roten, trailing here by 8. Misses off the left iron. It's stolen by Anthony, 10 feet out, and the jumper falls for him.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense, but he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Ward, and it's off from three-point range. Knicks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Stokes.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Here's Ward. The shot, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Slams it back in.
Go get that pump.
Takes a three. And again, no good by Chicago. For New York, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Kicks to Stokes. That one rolling around and rims out.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now here's Roden, following the miss by Freak. Here's Porzingis. It's good. This game is all even. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Chris Humphries. And then for New York, Jarnell Stokes comes in for Chris Humphries. And Jones subbed in for Anthony. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Aldridge. Butler comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Champs subbed in for Porter. Devin Harris is out there with Jared Bayless. Then it's Jones. Then there's Afflalo. And it's Stokes in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets got the job done. He ended with an amazing number of points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I say it would make it to his greatest hit spot. No doubt about it.
Knicks trail by 5. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Jones, no luck. Chicago's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Took him no time at all on that one. 23 points for Freak.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Harris up top, looking for his first basket still in this one. Jones, no luck. Chicago leading by 7. Here's Ward. And Jones pulls it down.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk. Angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Stokes inside. He's against Jang. And the basket by Harris. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Good. Champs got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Jones. Let's go. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Well, Chicago has gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Three-pointer, and he hits again from deep. 3 more points from Ward. Champs got 13 points now in the quarter. Harris outside. Over to the wing. Here's Bayless. Rebounded by Ward. Champs got 4 rebounds now tonight. Livingston passes to Ward. They get it back. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Bulls shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for New York. Porzingis, he's checked in for Perry Jones. Henderson comes in for Jared Bayless. And it's Tony Roten in for Harris. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Bulls. Smart comes in for Champ. Good on both. Here's Roten. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Passes it to Henderson. Here's Stokes. So we've reached the end.
Carmelo.
Second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough ones.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Ward in at 2 guard. Jimmy Butler is out there at Mirotic. Then there's Smart, and it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Henderson. Offline with his 3. The Bulls leading by 9. Here's Ward. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Anthony. Roten, the pass to Porzingis. And yep, couple bounces, and it falls. Porzingis has got 8 points.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one.
New York, Kristaps Porzingis. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Smart. Inside, here's Butler. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is. Well, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Champ. He's got 36 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Jones checked in for Porzingis. Bayless comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Harris subbed in for Tony Roten. Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Chicago. Chicago leading by 15. Here's Ward. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
For 3.
Smart's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And he got loose from the 3-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Now here's Anthony. 10 points for him. He feeds it to Stokes. Shot clock at 5 to stop the run. And Carmelo Anthony hits from deep. Anthony's got 13.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Ward. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Bayless dishes to Harris. The 3-ball. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Anthony.
I tell you what, it's almost like Steeler to watch how he plays the game from this seat. And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way
Some of the
too
best
easy.
in the NBA right here. The
Get
top
into them
scorers,
on the
efficiency-wise.
perimeter.
Fourth, Freak.
Rotate
and just
over
so
and make your
reliable
presence felt.
offensively.
Quit being so soft.
But you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
New York comes into this one following a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
And just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Champ? Over 2.5 steals and 7 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Anthony drives in. Good. Anthony's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Next round, 56.
The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Champ. He's got 44.
Move the ball.
It's Chicago with another bucket.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
It's Anthony with the drive. Steps back and shoots. Here's Stokes. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Looking at the numbers for Jarnell Stokes, he's got 8 points
And New York with a change here, too. Chris Humphries has checked in for Stokes. Champ's checked in for the Bulls. A three-pointer off the mark. Knicks trail by 13. In the corner, Afflalo with it. And the 3 off target. Chicago has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And now the Knicks on the break. And Bayless kicks to Anthony. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. 24 points for Carmelo Anthony.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Wow. What can you say?
And Bayless kicks to Anthony. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going down. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
For Chicago, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. A different look for New York. Porzingis, he's checked in for Anthony. Henderson comes in for Jared Bayless. And it's Tony Wroten in for Devin Harris. And a change for the Bulls. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Jang.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Up the floor. Wroten, the pass to Henderson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Livingston. No good there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 11. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And so it's New York with it. 11-point game. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Henderson out there with Tony Wroten. Then there's Afflalo, and it's Stokes into the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Ward. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. Defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Aaron Afflalo. Jacks up a 3, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from Ward. Champ's got 56 points in the game. Wroten kicks to Anthony. There's a screen. Here's Porzingis. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Ward, and he jams it with authority.
Not fazed at all by having a big thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the three.
And finished off by Noah.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Doris Burke has some information for us, Troy.
Had a chance to find out what the Knicks coach was going over with his guys. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
There's the Fast Award. The three. That's good. Champs got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Bulls. Knicks trail by 14. Roten with it. Ball's knocked loose. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Yeah, you can ill afford to make mistakes at this juncture. It might not be impossible to come back, but it just got all the more harder.
They set the pick. Here's Roten. That's short off the rim.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. With the teardrop, offensive rebound. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Ward. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 19.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Roten. That is good.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Stolen by Henderson. Roten, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Chicago leading by 19. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Pass to Ward from deep. Knicks with the rebound. Stokes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Roten. Pass to Porzingis from deep 3-point range.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Ward. That's good.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Chicago.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Knicks.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Champ. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Roden kicks to Henderson. And the Knicks good for 2. And here are the Bulls now.
101.
27 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Move the ball.
Stolen by Henderson. And a fast break now for New York. Henderson with the ball. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Chicago called for the foul. No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Here is Livingston. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Humphries with the rebound. Here is Bayless. Ward. Off target. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just...
Well, a nice win for you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith with a freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as... And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
You have 4 main options as a shot blocker.
Give you round 2 results of the road to the finals, and you vote on your top plays of the month. Tune in now. 2K, I heard you play a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Here's what's on 2K TV now.
You have 4 main options as a shot blocker.
Round 2 results of the finals, and you vote on your top plays of the month. Tune in now. 2K, I heard you play a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Here's what's on 2K TV now.